Battlefield 1 will be out before we know it, and if you're like me, you're most likely sitting on the edge of your seat waiting for its release. You're also probably wondering what multiplayer maps will be available upon the release. I'm Elock with Elock Gaming, and today we're going to be taking a look at the multiplayer maps for Battlefield 1. First and foremost, I just want to notify you guys that I don't know how to read half of the freaking names for the maps, so just bear with me. And also, I gotta hand it to Dice on this one. All of their multiplayer maps are period correct and historically authentic, which is awesome, and I've gotta hand it to Dice on that. Number 1 on the list is Ballroom Blitz. This map is set along the Meuse River in France. The map takes place behind enemy lines with the scene of a massive French chateau home to the French officers. It will also include tanks and flamethrowers, which will come in handy as the American forces push for the final railway hub at the edge of this map. Next on the list is the Argonne Forest. This map takes place in France right at the northeasternmost section bordering Belgium. The map will mainly be for close quarter combat, including defensive setups with machine gun nests, bunkers, and camouflaged field weapons. The Argonne Forest offers immense versatility in its shadowy depths. The British Empire struggles to secure the oil on the Alfa Peninsula in the Middle East in this next map called Vale Fortress. Fight either as the British or the Ottoman army. Not too many details were released on this map yet, other than the fact that you either defend the fort or you attack it, while fighting through marshlands, dunes, bridges, and shallow coves. In 1915, the Ottoman army crossed the Sinai Desert and threatened the Suez Canal. Which leads us to the next map, Suez. Suez takes place in the Suez Canal in Egypt. The map will feature dunes for tactical use and shallow defenses. Fight your way through the outskirts of Kantara with field guns and mortars and into the deep desert beyond. The next map is St. Quentin Scar, taking place in northern France. Join the German army as they fight their way through the British lines in man-made trenches. Be the first to break through enemy lines and extend the battle to the untouched village of Travassy. Now, in the actual battle that took place here in 1918, it did not extend into the village of Travassy, so we get to do that for the first time ever in a video game, which I think is pretty cool. If you didn't get the chance to try out the beta for Battlefield 1, don't sweat it because the beta map Sinai Desert is also making its way to the release of Battlefield 1. Sinai Desert takes place in Egypt with access to everything from tanks to an armored train that appears when all hope is lost. Massive cliffs help to yield incoming enemy vehicles, and are an advantage to anyone looking to pick off the enemy team as they make their way across the open desert. The Battle of Amiens in 1918 ultimately led to the end of World War I. Amiens is the next on our list, taking place in France. Fight your way through the rubble of what's left of city streets in a battle to conquer the city as either the Germans or the British Army. Next we've got Monte Grappa. This map takes place in the Venetian Alps in Italy. Fight your way along the mountainside as either the Austro-Hungarian Empire or the Italian Army. Utilize the massive fort cannons to pick off any advancing enemies. In the clear skies of this map lies an enormous blimp. Not much more is said about what the blimp has to offer, whether it's decorative or serves a purpose in the battle. Last but not least is Empire's Edge. Along the coast of Italy lies the Adriatic Sea, which is where this map will take place. What at one point was a wonderful Mediterranean village has now become the home to a rugged and fierce battleground. The fight will be both on and offshore, which leaves plenty of opportunity for the assault to move out onto open water. DICE has just announced their first DLC to be coming in December of this year, Giant Shadow. This map takes place near the Selle River in France. Play as either the British or the German army. In this map, the fighting moves out of the trenches and into open country where a massive crashed airship casts its shadow onto the battlefield. And just like the Sinai Desert, an armored train will appear when all hope is lost. That is all that I have for you folks today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any questions, throw them down there in the comment section. I'll try to answer them the best that I can. And I'll catch you guys on my next video. Peace.